It's Wednesday night, got me a fresh peel, and I think it's time for a little weeknight lawn work. This is the grass. If you haven't seen it, I did a little update this week. I'll link the blog post below. I scalped this really bad, literally turned it yellow, killed a bunch of spots in it. Now it's actually... Hey, brah, I'm trying to vlog here, okay? So it's recovering nicely already. I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know, mess around with it a little bit more over the next couple days. I can spray a little something on it or whatever just because it feels good. But it's already overgrown again. It's only been since Sunday since I mowed it, and today's Wednesday. So it is definitely on the fly, but I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the mow, I guess, is what I'm kind of saying here. But you can see it's recovered. By the way, here's the zoysia. Looking nice. This area over here struggled during the drought, and it's still lagging. I fixed the irrigation, but it just hasn't. Yeah, look at that. It's so weird, huh? You can see up in there. It's like that whole area is weakened. Pretty wild. Speaking of wild, wild Bermuda starting to invade. But the good news is wild Bermuda or common Bermuda and zoysia, actually, they look really nice together, so it doesn't really bother me. Well, I guess it does bother me to some extent because I mentioned it, but anyway. Also, a lot of folks had asked if my neighbor's St. Augustine was competing in here, and the answer is yes. There it is. So, gotta deal with that too. Fun stuff, right? Give you another interesting update. So, this area over here during the drought, I'm calling it the drought, I don't think that's official, but that area here, let me just show you this from, well, it's been a few weeks. Let me show you what it looked like back then. All right, so today is June 3rd, and I want to show you something. This is my zoysia patch. I got a spot over there that the sprinklers aren't covering. I know about that. But I got a spot over here that I created an experiment inadvertently. I'll talk to you about it, and then we'll see how long it's going to take to recover. So this area over here, there is one sprinkler head right there that services that. However, it's on a different zone. It's on a zone that actually covers these shrubs over here. And that's not ideal. You ideally want to have lawn zones completely separate, but you know, hodgepodge of a system here, it's old, whatever. So I've actually had these zones off because these don't need as much water in the winter. And with that, I've actually had the lawn off, and well, I guess I noticed and didn't care. But anyway, so I'm gonna now turn that on, start the watering. Today is June 3rd, and we will see how long it takes for that to recover and come back. Bad shadows in here, but you can see it's crispy in a lot of spots. See that? So, I'll try to get a picture tomorrow just showing how bad it really is. But, see what we do. And so you can see it's pretty much fully recovered now. However, this is one of the challenges or one of the problems with letting an area check out. Yes, it comes back, but look what rushes in. This is an area that had checked out and is now filled back in, and there is some zoysia in here, but you know what else there is? Opportunistic torpedo grass. I've talked about this before in previous videos. I believe that torpedo grass, I'm of the belief that torpedo grass is all underneath here. It's always trying to pop its way up, but as long as it hits a heavy, dense rhizomosphere of strong rhizomes and stolons, and it's hitting that canopy or that shield that the zoysia makes, it can't find its way through. But as soon as you give it an opening, it finds its way through. And in fact, this is being invaded by that common Bermuda. Again, a weak spot. Same thing. This is the battle that's being fought out here in our turf. All these different grasses fighting for space, and if you give one of them a way in, you weaken your turf stand, somebody else is going to rush in. Kind of how life works too, isn't it? One other thing I'm finding interesting, can you see these little spots right here? These are areas that are not growing. It's almost like there's one here, there's one there, and there's one there. It's almost like there was a plant growth regulator put down in those spots because they're not growing. See that? It's just not growing. But see, I keep copious notes and I understand different things that I apply when and why and how. And actually this area right here, I actually sprayed for weeds like 2.5 weeks ago or so. You can still see here's some final carcass of the weeds here that were in here that died. I don't remember what it was. But that's, see, that's all weed, dead weed carcass. All that there. So it seems that the weed control, which was Celsius, something in the Celsius is actually working as a growth retardant in that manner. So it doesn't hurt anything, it's just kind of interesting to see, and this is what I've always talked about. When you apply a chemical, especially an Ide, to the lawn, even if that chemical or that Ide allows you to apply it to your grass type is labeled as okay, it doesn't mean there isn't something going to happen. It's just telling you that you shouldn't see any visible type damage to your crop, which in our case is turf grass. Instead, it's telling you you shouldn't see that, but something still happens. There's always a reaction somewhere, and in this case, it's not a bad reaction, it's just an interesting one to see that it retards the growth like that. Well, one more update while we're here. See this parkway here? I hardly ever film this. This was actually almost completely killed by grubs last year. I'll show you a picture and the date. Well, I'll do a quick update video here. I don't know when I'll ever use this, but this section here, I had let it go and it just all died out. Irrigation pipes broke in here and I still need to fix the irrigation. And I had the sidewalks replaced, so totally ignored. And it just all died. I don't know if it got diseased or what. I kind of ignored it because of the fact that I was getting the sidewalks done and irrigation was broken. Now we're in the rainy season and it's actually starting to recover. You can see the St. Augs pushing back through. So kind of interesting. I sprayed with glyphosate. This is a glyphosate tolerant Scott's Pro Vista. So I sprayed with glyphosate. This is some Kalinga that's dying from that. And man, look at all that. That's all the old stolen base. Look at that. Comes out of there pretty easy. So it's my fault for ignoring this and not coming in here. I'm not, chinch bug might have got it. I don't know. It just shows, I promise you guys, my lawn is not perfect and I ignore stuff too, man. I get busy, you know, and just, gosh, that's crazy. Look at that. So it might have been take all root rot. Who knows? I mean, just who knows, right? I don't see any grubs. My first time digging in here. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Huh. Well, there's one. That's interesting. Wow. What do you know? Could Alan Hain have allowed his parkway to die from grubs? I mean, this would be the ultimate, like, I should give up my channel, right? That's rocks. Holy cow, man. This would be, like, would I ever share this? Like, would I? I mean, the grubs may have probably moved on. You know what I mean? Like, because this has been dead for a while. Holy cow. What's the first thing I tell you guys? When you see a dead area in your lawn, dig, right? Isn't that what I tell you? And did I do that? No, I ignored it. Because, again, I was distracted by other things. No excuses, Hayne. Okay, I am finding more grubs now that I'm digging. What I'm doing is I'm digging deeper, and I'm thinking maybe because of all the rain we've had. See? Yeah, that's what it is. Because of all the rain we've had, they're going down deep. That's the quickest way to kill them. So that's what it was. I wasn't digging deep enough. And, boy, look at that black dirt. Woo! The only thing I ever treat with this with is humic acid. This didn't get any insect control over here at all. So, now that I'm finding several like that, I am definitely starting to lean towards grubs. And now here it is here. I did put 1 or 2 apps of fert on it. And also have some chamber bitter coming in. Chamber bitter was also the nickname of my... But anyway, isn't that cool? That just shows that's St. Augustine grass. That's actually the Pro Vista St. Augustine grass, but it all came back. Like, there was just a little bit of it left sparsely down at one end, and boop, it's filled itself back in now. Pretty cool. Well, I did so much talking that it's late now, and I don't want to make a lot of noise. So actually, I'm gonna give me a chance to break this thing out. I bought this last year. So I bought this last year and just never reviewed it, but I actually like it. So the thing is, I charged the batteries. They've been off the charger. They were charged full and then left sitting. So here's something interesting. Can lithium-ion batteries that have been left sitting, these have been sitting for a good 8 months off the charger right up there, meaning it's not plugged in. Neither one of these. That one's just in the cradle, but it's not plugged in. Oh, yeah, I'm fine, babe.
What was that?
Something. All right, full charge. Hey, look at that, they hold charge, okay. Again, I'm no electrician, I have no idea how this stuff works, but these have been sitting for many, many months, and they're still full. Let's see how they do. I don't know if you can see that, but you have to push this in and then rotate to get to the next one. Anybody that's had one of these, I know you've had the same issue. Turtle, we're going all hair, baby. Let's just see where we are. I have mowed 2,000 square feet over there and a couple passes over here, so like 2,500 square feet. Okay, so the left one's fully down and the right one's only got 3 bars left. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. All right, so I got another 2,000 square foot done, and now it's only gone down 1 bar. I think these are 2 different size batteries. Yeah, 4 and 2. So you got to look at these as relative. That's why I was kind of saying I don't really know what's going on. I don't trust gauges unless Marissa Tomei has set them up.
Tune-ups, oil changes, brake relining, engine rebuilds, rebuild some trannies, rear end.
Okay. Okay, so I did another 1,000 around the corner. I did 2,000 back there, 2,500 here with the bump out and 1,000, 5,500 square feet. Still at 2. I'm debating now whether I should do the zoysia, because once I start it with one mower, I can't finish it with another. I wouldn't be able to sleep all night. So I've got to either get it done or not. It's like an episode of Seinfeld.
It looks like we're gonna need some gas.
Oh,
Well, how much gas you think is in there right now?
Well, it's on E.
Oh, man! Not the gas!
But it needs it, Kramer. It needs it bad.
You think that this will make you happy? Because it won't!
I'm going for it.